Is it in focus? There we go. Come in, come in. Hi, welcome to Dominic's vlog. Today we are going to Brighton. Yeah, we're going to introduce the video without Dominic because he sucks.
He's lazy.
He's lazy, yeah. He didn't fancy, you know, introducing. Boring. He didn't want to be nice and be like, hey guys, today is the day. So we thought we'd do it for him.
Yeah. And we... that was it.
That was it.
Well, yes, thank you very much, Hannah and Sergio, for this lovely introduction. Today I'm gonna give you a few curious facts on Brighton, my personal opinion about the city, show you around a bit, and hopefully you'll like it. Let's get started.
I am bored. What should I do?
Ich weiß.
This is the greatest show.
So what are you looking forward to seeing in Brighton, Sergio?
I have no idea.
Well, how about I give you some facts about the city first, Sergio? Oh, and you guys, of course, as well. Fact number 1, Brighton is not the city's full name. An important first fact is that Brighton is actually formally known as the city of Brighton and Hove. The towns of Brighton and Hove formed a unitary authority in 1997 and were granted city status by Queen Elizabeth II in 2001. Many locals still consider the two to be separate towns.
Brighton is very famous for its gay scene. So you'll fit right in.
That doesn't bother me.
No, good, good.
Fact number 2, Brighton was the backdrop to ABBA's Eurovision success. What? Yeah, most people don't know that when the Swedish band ABBA won the Eurovision Song Contest with Waterloo in 1974, it was in Brighton. The event was held at the Brighton Dome Concert Hall, still a popular arts venue today.
He wants to fight, Sergio said. Come at me, bro. Sergio, fight him. Fight him for money.
Fight him for eating.
I bet on the statue.
Fact number 3. Brighton borders the UK's newest national park. Another fact which visitors to the UK may not know is that although Brighton is a coastal city, you only need to travel 10 minutes outside of the city to reach the South Downs, the UK's newest national park. Or I'm not sure if it's still the newest now, but it was at some point.
So there's lots of colour in Brighton. It's very colourful. It's quite different to the rest of the UK.
I have no comparison to the other sides of UK.
That's true. That's very true.
So,
Fact number 4. Brighton is home to Britain's oldest cinema. A well-known landmark in Brighton is the historic Duke of York's cinema. It's reported to be the oldest cinema in continuous use in Britain and offers cozy theatre-esque surroundings in which to watch the latest releases and reruns of the all-time classics.
The donuts in Brighton are absolutely amazing. So they make them fresh. So you see like all the dough go plop into like the really hot oil and it like moves along like a conveyor belt and then like goes up like a little ramp and then plops out ready. And it gets covered in sugar and like cinnamon and all these different flavours that you can have.
Fact number 5. Brighton is home to a well-loved fictional detective. Detective Inspector Roy Grace is the main character in a series of crime novels by best-selling author Peter James. All of the books are set in and around Brighton, and so far the novels have been published in over 30 different languages. Fact number 6. Many actors, musicians and other public figures have lived in Brighton. Today Brighton is considered a very desirable place to live, and walking around you may recognize some famous faces. I mean, PewDiePie, am I right? Brighton's creative vibe has always attracted artists, actors and musicians in particular, with Sir Paul McCartney, Nick Cave, Adele, Noel Gallagher, Fatboy Slim and even Hollywood actress Cate Blanchett all having owned homes in Brighton at some point or other. Speaking about Brighton, Cate Blanchett is quoted as saying, "I miss Brighton enormously. There is so much I miss, including rain. I miss the verdant countryside."
Donuts mean the same in German.
Donuts.
Donuts or
Kringelkuchen.
Fettkringel. Oh, nom.
Madam.
Camera madam.
Delicious donuts here in Brighton, guys. Hannah suggested them. I approve. Sergio approves as well.
Sehr gut.
Sehr gut indeed, very nice. Finger licking delicious. They never do that usually. But for this, yeah. Fact number 7. Brighton has a nickname. Thanks to its cosmopolitan nature, Brighton is also sometimes referred to as London by sea. Brighton first became fashionable amongst day trippers and holidaymakers from London in the late 1700s, when the Prince of Wales, who became King George IV, became a regular visitor. The palace he built, a beautiful Indian and Oriental inspired building called the Royal Pavilion, is one of England's most unique landmarks. Fact number 8. Brighton is the only town in Britain with a Grade 1 listed pier. In the UK, so-called listed buildings are recognized as having an historical interest and are therefore legally protected from change or demolition. Brighton's West Pier is one such building despite these days being derelict. Opened in 1866, it originally started life as a promenade for well-to-do Victorians, but by World War I had evolved into a pleasure pier with rides and a concert hall. Although no longer joined to land and completely derelict after decades of disuse, its distinctive shell remains one of the city's most iconic landmarks.
The pier is fun, so there's lots of different games.
Thanks, Mom.
You go, good boy, good boy.
We're gonna go and spend all of this there in the arcade.
Fact number 9. The Brighton Sea Life Centre is the world's oldest aquarium. Dating back to 1872, the Sea Life Centre on Brighton's seafront is the world's oldest aquarium. With over 100 species, including sharks and stingrays, and vast tanks of local and tropical marine life, there's plenty to discover. You can also walk through England's longest underwater observation tunnel.
Sergio's hooked now because he wants he wants more.
All my money.
But Sergio, it doesn't work like that. You will always win. More.
Fact number 10. Brighton has tunnels beneath it. Brighton is rumored to have numerous lost tunnels, but there is one from the Royal Pavilion to the museum and dome today, which you can still see. This was reputedly so the Prince Regent could move about Brighton without people seeing how overweight he had become. Well, maybe. As a little bonus fact slash rumor, it's reported that during World War II, Adolf Hitler's intention was that, following the invasion, he would make the Royal Pavilion in Brighton his headquarters. William Joyce, an American-born German radio propaganda broadcaster named Lord Haw-Haw by British listeners, announced that the Royal Pavilion Brighton was not to be bombed for this very reason. Although the broadcast is probably correct, whether this was really Hitler's intention is unlikely. Certainly, if it was true, he had not told his Luftwaffe chief, Hermann Göring, and the German air crews. On the evening of November 29, 1942, of the most recognizable and important historic buildings in Brighton were nearly hit by a German bomb. That evening, both the Royal Pavilion and the Dome came close to serious damage, if not total destruction. So take this rumor, well, do you say with a grain of salt? Maybe it's not true, that's what I mean.
Here's your thumbnail.
I'm gonna use Hannah as clickbait.
Yeah.
Look, British lady on the beach. There you go.
Well, that was information about Brighton, but what about my personal opinion? I'm pretty sure people who've been there before would like to know about it. Well, I really enjoyed the city. That's most of what I can say, since, well, it was just nice. You saw it. The weather was completely gorgeous. They had yummy food there, delicious donuts. All these donuts. Oh, nom nom nom. Thanks again, Hannah Montgomery. By the way, YouTube channel of Hannah is Hannah Montgomery. In the video description, it's linked as well. Thanks to Hannah for, well, telling me about it, for leading us there, for showing us around, for having a fun time with us. And yeah, other than that, we went to the beach, like you said. These stones, damn, they hurt under your feet, because I came ill-prepared for this trip to Brighton. I didn't bring any flip-flops or anything to walk on those stones with, so basically I just used my bare feet, and that was a bit, well, let's say less than pleasant. And I also didn't bring any towels, so I just laid on those stones, which wasn't too bad actually, surprisingly so. But yeah, next time I will come prepared. But I still enjoyed my time there. It was beautiful. We had delicious fish and chips by the sea in some kind of restaurant there. Nom nom nom, delicious beers. All in all, it was just excellent. It was marvelous, glorious, delicious, super, fantastic, great. Yeah, I would definitely go there again. But let me know what you think about Brighton or the UK in general, maybe England in general. Which city should I visit? Which city should I avoid? Let me know all these things. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Find the social media links of my friends and my social media links as well in the video description. And apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to get Germanized. Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen.
Oh shit, he's coming. Gotta go. Bye.